So I think I've made it very well known here on the CBC that my favorite Iron Man film is Iron Man 3. Don't get me wrong, I love Iron Man 1 and I can deal with Iron Man 2, but Iron Man 3 is my personal favorite, and I definitely don't enjoy the character of Tony Stark as much as I enjoy many of the others. I think I made all this very, well known if you follow this channel on our podcast. And a couple of weeks ago, maybe even like a month and a half ago now, there was a topic that got brought up, but I really wanted to save it for around the anniversary of Iron Man coming out. And this was about the fact that the original screenwriter for Black Panther thinks that the character would not succeed today and that the movie would bomb. And it's mainly due to how Iron Man is a disrespectful character who's, as he says, kind of douchey, and people just don't like that. They don't like that type of hero, and he wouldn't work. And that type of hero does not have a place in the post-2010 era. Now, mind you, like I said, I really like the Iron Man movies, but I think that's just kind of ignorant to say. And let me just backpedal that one bit and do the most obvious comparison I already can, and say that didn't we already have that just like 2 years ago with Doctor Strange? Isn't that the same type of, character who's all about himself, a very, oh, look at me, everything's about me, and he kind of comes off as very unlikable, and you really don't like him until the end, till he learns his lesson. It's the same type of character, right? It's the same type of character arc that he goes through, although it's magic versus technology. So I feel that that's very kind of ignorant of him to say when it's literally worked. And it's worked again and again in multiple other franchises. It just doesn't make sense to me. And specifically when you look at Tony Stark, yeah, maybe some of his elements, if they were heightened, wouldn't work today. But the thing is, Iron Man came out a decade ago. It's not coming out today. And yes, I don't think a movie like Iron Man starring Robert Downey Jr. would exist if Disney was to try to make it today for a fresh start, because let's be real, I don't think they would be looking at Robert Downey Jr., but the reason Marvel Studios did it was because they didn't have a lot of money, and they were trying to find a person that's dealt with that type of stuff, not an actor, and that's why they nailed it. It's a different machine right now under Disney's ownership than it was under Marvel Studios, and I think that much is clear. And I think Iron Man would resonate as much today as it did a decade ago, if not so even more, just due to how the character is so different and such a reflection of, to be honest, some of the modern times we're living in. So, no, I don't think Iron Man would be a failure today. I think it would actually be on equal footing, if not even bigger.